Hello folks, fantastic Lazy Boy luxury lift chair. Let's go through it, folks. Lazy Boy, the last word when it comes to lift chairs. There's different brands out there: Pride, Golden, the cheap Chinese ones, and Lazy Boy. They're all good, but Lazy Boy does do it best from the standpoint of quality overall. This chair has quite a few premium features, which I think you'll appreciate. So we're going to spend a minute exploring the chair, and then we will, you'll want to buy it. So let's do that. So first of all, the chair is presenting with a nice neutral beigey brown. What we got here is different flecks of different colors, maybe a little bit of burgundy in there. But it's a nice neutral color that you can put into your environment with, good tonality and matching. Measurements of the chair from side to side, as you see it here, it's 33. The internal measurement, from internal of the arms, 18 to 18. It's also 18 deep, and it's 32 inches deep. It's a pretty much a standard chair. I'm a person who I'm 6 foot tall and a couple hundred pounds, and I sit in this chair very comfortably. I wear a size 36 pants, and you can see how much space is there between there. So judge yourself accordingly. If I weighed another 100 pounds, I could still fit in this chair very easily. So yeah. The controls on the Lazy Boy chairs are dead simple. This chair does sport some heating, but the primary function, of course, is up and down. That's what we're going to be doing first. Before we do that, though, there's a pocket in the side for putting your stuff. And a thing to notice about the Lazy Boy chairs, you're going to see this shortly, is that it's actually a box in a box design. It's got excellent motors and all that kind of stuff. And I say motors, 3 motors, but there's no exposed parts that are going to mess up dogs or children. Allow me to demonstrate. So you come in, you want to go up, push the controller till it goes up. Now first thing I want you to notice, so I'm going to hold the camera close, silence. Well, go ahead, call up an electrician. He's going to tell you that if you have an electric motor that's silent, that's a healthy electric motor. And the Lazy Boy does a unique thing here, as you can see. It rises up. You remember I was telling you about that box design? Well, again, the majority of lift chairs will have all the underpinnings exposed. The Lazy Boy does all internally. So, like I said, it's better for children. And if you've got a little dog running around, they're not going to get caught up inside the works, right? And then, of course, if you want to go down, that's simple as well. I'm going to make a special notice here of the way the chair goes down. So watch closely here. See, as it goes down, it sort of graduates. Like it goes down a bit, then it stops, brings that forward, goes down, and yeah. So we're going to have it go down, and then of course, the next thing that happens is that the footrest will then come out. And again, that's on a separate motor. There are 3 motors in this chair. So the footrest comes out. Watch a little TV, read your newspaper, whatever. And then the last motor takes over the back function if you want to, just decide you're going to have a snooze. So yeah. Very comfortable around. The padding is in excellent shape. There's no distress or wear in the padding. Now this backrest does come off though, just as a point of note for easy transit. If you want to heat, the back heating works fine. Just like that, diddly-doo. And there it is. So, what can I tell you, folks? It's a nice clean chair. I'm going to pause the video now and we're going to take a look at a lower quality chair and this chair and compare the setups of the underpinnings. So let's do that. So guys, I'm just going to show you the difference between this Lazy Boy chair, which is super premium, and just a regular Pride chair. Nothing wrong with the Pride chair, they're fine chairs, but the difference is pretty radical. So let's go through it. So as I mentioned in the original part of the video, the most overwhelming thing that is a component of this chair is it's got 3 motors. You've got one motor that is in charge of pushing the backrest back, the other motor is in charge of raising and lowering the footrest, and a third motor that does the lifting. So it's that in itself, that's premium. A Pride chair, it has one motor that does everything. There's a situation where you have a number of pivots that, you know, at first, that's why it does it in progression. It raises the footrest first, then lowers the back, or if you're going up, raises the back, lowers the footrest, then it goes up. It's one motor. Now, some people would say, oh, well, one motor, less to brake. I guess that is for sure a possible argument, but then again, when you got three motors, they last a lot longer because they're not doing all the work. And they're easy to replace. Pop the cotter pin, pull the motor, and it's as simple to replace as that one. So logic and reason just dictates having this motor setup will simply last longer. So, case in point. As far as construction, you can see this nice solid steel riser on the footrest. The Pride chair has functional but not as strong metal slats that raise and lower that. You can see the difference in the upholstery, quite a bit different. The finishing here is all very superior. And yeah. And of course, the one shock that raises and lowers this footrest, if you're a heavier person, I mean, this happens by a pivot in the back of the unit. So, you know, it's good to see these comparisons because a lot of people just don't know. This frame is, I mean, it's okay. Everybody uses a frame like this. It's off the shelf. Whereas Lazy Boy's got these built-in solid steel rails, and it's a box inside a box. As I showed you when I raise and lower it, like when this raise and lowers it, you see the steel frame. With the Lazy Boy luxury lift, you don't. It's all integrated. So, you know, Mercedes and Chevy, they're both cars. There's a reason that one's twice the price. And it's just engineering. Does it roll down the road any different? No. But there's lots of fit and finishes that go into it that just make it a superior product. And like from a quality perspective, everybody typically uses the same design of motors. It's an actuated motor. And but it just really, everything else is in the build quality. And once again, I don't know, what sounds better to you? Having a car with three motors, if you want to get some performance. And performance is not just speed, performance is also longevity. Or one, right? Anyway, let's wrap this video up. So there you have it. Now, of course, folks, you're wondering, I've got it outside here because, well, let's face it, the light of day does show off everything. All of the ads you're going to see online will be someone taking a picture of the Gunji chair in the corner saying works good, right? And now you found my ad. And all that's going to happen is when I turn the camera off, I'm going to wrap it up in plastic and it'll go in storage till I get that phone call. So let's sum up. Lazy Boy luxury lift, 3-motor chair. It's got heating, goes up and down as you can see. It's got that fancy box design, which is cool. And the last and best part is it's not 3,000 bucks. What do I mean by that? Go ahead, hop on Lazy Boy's website, configure a lift chair in this format. 3,000 bucks later, you can have it. I don't want 3,000 bucks. Now, of course, if you've got lots of money to spend, God bless you, but the problem with money is you can only spend it once. As far as things to be concerned with in the future, those motors I showed you earlier, you can buy them online. They're as easy as changing your own oil. So if you have someone in your life who's halfway handy and can turn a nut, they could change those motors. As far as the padding and the way that the chair works itself, well, they'll be subject to normal wear and tear. But as you can see, this chair is pretty pristine. And as I said, no cats, no smoke. It's been nicely shampooed. And again, it's just going to go into storage until you call. Now, please understand, folks, one other aspect is that my ads are so good. It's very common for people to call me and simply say to have it delivered. And if you'd like to have that done, not a problem. If you have any questions, just reach out. You'll find I respond immediately. Not a week later, not a day later, not an hour later. I respond immediately. That's simply because anybody who tells you they're not carrying their phone is lying. But that being said, oh, and as far as cats, there are cats in my tree. You might be able to hear them. Anyway, folks, there it is. A fantastic Lazy Boy luxury lift chair you'll be pleased to own. Send me a text, email, or phone call, and I will sell it to you. All the particulars are in the ad, and pricing is absolutely firm. Thanks, folks.